Welcome to the new studio. First video from the brand new setup here. You might have noticed that the cabinet heads have multiplied slightly. The JCM 800's making an appearance here. Guitars are back up on the wall, very exciting. So this is where we'll be recording from now on. I thought we'd do a member request for the first video in the new setup here. This is from Audioslave and a song called Cochise, who I think it's the surname of a famous figure. I don't know too much about it, to be honest, but Audioslave has the guitar stylings of Tom Morello, which are very distinctive. You've got some very unusual delay effects in the intro like this. Like very kind of messy stuff, which we're going to go through now, but an awesome riff. Do subscribe, by the way, if you haven't already, and help support the channel, but let's kick into it now with the weird intro to Cochise by Audioslave. So you put a delay pedal on, like this sort of thing. And what you do is you mute the strings somewhere in the middle, around fret 7, and then you get your right hand and tap your fingers alternately like that, and you're doing it quite fast. So, and the delay, and if you get enough kind of distortion and effects on top, you can create the same effects that Tom Morello creates in the intro. Now that goes on for absolutely ages and ages and ages. I'm not going to do that for ages and ages and ages now, but you get the idea. We're going to kick in now to kind of the main riff from the first verse of the song, which follows directly on, but let me just turn that off. So you're on the bridge, pickup in the selector, and you're on distortion. So there's a few different ways of playing this riff, fingering wise. The way that I have come up with that I think is the best is to have first and third finger and then jump down. I would really say that that's the way that Tom Morello actually plays it live, so we'll stick to that. The fingering guidance is there. Also the pick directions, so it's down, down, up, down, up, down, up. And then down again. Then it repeats the down, up pattern. So that comes round and round and round 5 times. And then the next bit, you get just a nice power chord with the first, third, and fourth fingers, with the 5th fret root on the A string, and then you slide up to the 6th fret. So this next riff is like this. So nice and straightforward, 5th to the 7th fret hammer-ons again, quite quick, on the beat as well, and jump down with that 3rd finger, and then slide up with the 3rd. Then we've got a guitar solo once that repeats just 1 time. I mean, it's a solo is an interesting way of putting this. So you're going to get this 2nd fret here. And literally bend it really slowly from a quarter to a half to a full bend. And then release back up to the full bend there, and then what you do is you slide up to the 3rd finger, so that in instance you've had the 2nd finger, slide up to the 3rd finger on the 14th fret, so an octave above, and this time with the bends you pulse it for each crotchet. So if you're counting in 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, you go So you bend it like that in a kind of pulsing motion. I've tried to replicate that on the tab there. You bend up, and then you release to about a quarter bend, just at the very end of the so-called solo. And then we're back on verse 2. We're going to carry on this video here because there's not a lot to that so far. But verse 2, we've covered this riff already. So that happens 3 times, repeated. So you play it once, then repeat 3 times, and then you get it one more time. Same again as we've had before. Then the riff changes up to our alternate riff. So you have that 4 times, and then this is the only real last part of the song that's kind of different. You have a little break section here, which we're just going to cover off before we finish the track. This is up here on the 9th fret with your 4th finger on the D. It repeats. It changes to this. So that's 7th fret on the A string with the 3rd finger. You get another one of them. And then one last time. To verse 3, which has a cleaner tone. There's nothing really that different there apart from the fact that we're a bit cleaner and we're playing the bottom string this time, so. There's just one note missing. That G, the 3rd fret, isn't repeated. Then the distortion comes back on after 1 repeat, so we're in bar 27. We're about to hit the end of the song here. They're nice and straightforward. And it goes. You get that 4 times round, and our repeated note is back. And then it simply ends with. And a slide out, and you're done. And we're done with this lesson from Audioslave and Cochise. Hope you enjoyed that. Nice little easy riff, a little bit of jumping down. Good to get that movement practice in there. Hope you enjoyed the first video from the new studio. I'll make sure that it's all looking and sounding good, and hopefully we can keep the quality going. But thanks for watching. Enjoy the tab down there, free tabs for download for all the tracks that we're covering here. Subscribe if you want to become a member. You get access to everything first. It just really helps. And you can request videos just like this one here. Thanks for the request, and thanks for being a member. And we'll see you in our next video series after this one.